Hey man, there's things both you and I know, right? There's things we both know here. We understand that there's just certain people out there, certain cucks, that do not deserve an explanation as to why you have cut them off. There's just those people. They did what they did. They said what they said. Something happened. And you just know in your heart of hearts. You know in your soul that they don't deserve an explanation. You're cutting them off. You're blocking their ass. And you're moving on. No ill will. You're just done with them. You've seen what they are. You've seen what they brought to the table. Their ignorance. Their stupidity. And you're just done with it. They were probably very ignorant towards you in a non-truthful way, just pure ignorance. There's people like that. There's people that will attack you for no reason and just say reckless things. There's people that will gaslight you. We all know those people. We all know what they do. They're very dark. They're very negative people. I've had old friends like that you just cut off. You like the last time you hung out with them, you knew it was the last time, and it was. You cut them off in silence. In your mind, you're mentally gone from the friendship you've had with that person. Probably the last time you're hanging out with them, before you might have dropped them off, before whatever happened. You knew it was the last time because they completely disrespected you. There was a time I had a friend, and this is in 2020. The last time I seen this guy. I was like this close. Like this close. To just hitting the brakes in my car, and I mean just slamming down them, pulling off to the side, putting the car in park, getting out, taking him, and literally throwing him out of the car and getting back in and just leaving. I was so close to just snapping his neck. Because the things he did, the things he said was just completely ridiculous. It goes to show what kind of stuff he must have been dealing with. But you're not gonna come and disrespect me. So if I know you're a person like that, and even you guys know if you're dealing with a person like that, what do? We just cut them off. We don't explain anything. We're just done. Because we understand, we realize they're so far gone, it's not even funny. They're just gone. Mentally, we know this. So what did I do? I took that breath. I smirked a little bit without him even looking or seeing. I just kind of smirked and glanced a little bit and kept driving. I was close to his place and close to dropping him off at this time. So I'm like, okay. And I just didn't even acknowledge him for the rest of the couple of minutes that we were driving on the way to dropping him off. And I let him go. He got out. Started walking to his house, and I knew right there, I just keep going on my day. In my mind, I'm gone. We're not nothing. We're not friends. We're not nothing. Like, I'm literally gone. I'm backing up, I'm driving, go back to my place and do what I do. So, and that's just an example. It's situations like this, bro, where people are just completely disrespectful, completely negative, evil people. They have no points. You can make a point and offend somebody, disrespect somebody, things like this, if it's a solid point that actually makes sense. There's things that these certain people will do that the things they say and they do just makes no sense. They will try to gaslight you. They will try to do weird things because their emotions are all screwed. Like who they are as a person is screwed. I couldn't believe this person turned out this way. Because we used to be boys. He used to not be like that at all. He used to be a clean-cut, solid dude. But he went through a lot of issues. He's had a lot of issues with females in his past. And I know for a fact that's what got to him. But I'm not dealing with that baggage. I can't deal with a person that's severely gone in the head. I just can't. I'm better off to just not. And to continue on my life. So when you see people like that, bro, it's a no-go. You just got to cut them off silently. I'm not going to explain to this guy why I'm making the decisions I'm making. He hits me back up again. No answer. No answer. And then blocked. If they keep trying to get a hold of you. I also had a first cousin I was close to that I cut off completely. And I was close with him my entire life because he started to get issues as he started to get a bit older. He started asking to borrow money all the time, and sometimes he wouldn't pay it back. So he kept asking. I said, you know what, I'll do this the last time. I'll lend you this $40, these 220 sheets, Canadian dollars, this last time. Dude, never ask me that again. Never ask me to borrow money from me ever again. This is the last time, and you better pay me back on the date. So he paid me back this time on the date. He did. And not even a week later, he asked to borrow money again, and he had this long explanation. Yeah, I'm asking, or I know you said this and this and this, but I need this and that, and no. Blocked this dude, and that was literally it. This was in 2017. This situation. So there's just many situations like this that I'm giving you guys examples of where you cut people off with no explanation. I didn't make an explanation because I already did. I warned him, don't effing do it again, and I put a stamp on it. He knew I was damn serious about it. But he got disrespectful and asked it anyways. Completely disrespectful. And he knew I was that serious. I didn't say it just kindly. Like, yeah, but don't ask me to borrow money again, as if it was like your parents. Like, okay, but don't ask to borrow money again or do this. It wasn't kind. I made it very effing clear. And I was frustrated. And I said, don't do it again. He goes and does it. So, blocked. I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not having you messaging me all the time trying to ask and trying to borrow money from me. Get the fuck out of here, kid. Get out of here. And I call him kid even though he's older than me because he's basically a fucking kid. And I knew what he was into too. He was into drugs. He was getting into shit like that. So it pissed me off even more. It's not like it was going towards something really good. And he's a hard worker and everything's going right for him, but he still needed to borrow money. No, it was none of the things like that. He was a scumbag. He turned out to be a scumbag. And he was doing scumbag things, but trying to continue to message me. There's just certain people, bro, that you gotta cut loose. I don't care how long you knew them, I don't care. In certain situations, as me and you both know, there are people we have to cut off for our own sanity. It was driving me nuts. And this guy would do this all the time. All the time. And I was getting sick of it. Let him know this. He still disrespects me and does it anyways. Your ass is getting blocked. I'm not explaining shit. I'm not firing back at you, arguing with you. You're getting cut off. When I was a younger kid, I used to argue with people quite a bit. As I got older, became more wiser, I started to realize that arguing is not the answer. Rather, making smart, logical decisions is the answer. You don't waste your energy. You efficiently do what you're supposed to do. Instead of making things out to be bigger than it is. For example, instead of me continuing to argue and bicker with this person and all this stuff, it's a waste of my fingers. It's a waste of tapping buttons. It's a waste of my energy, my sanity. It's a waste of everything. It's a waste of time. You block people like that, you move on. I'm trying to teach you guys a lesson here. This is what you do. You don't get involved in their world. You stay stoic, you stay logical in your own world, and you do smart, successful things. You make smart, successful moves. Is what you do. You don't get caught up into somebody else's world. If somebody is effing toxic, they're effing toxic. Carry on with yourself. Don't deal with people like that. I personally got better over time at this stuff. I got way better over time. I'm still a pretty young guy myself right now. 26. It's fairly young. Mid-20s. It's fairly young. I feel way above my age when it comes to wisdom, intelligence, and all this stuff you can think of, but I might look young to you guys. I might, things like that. But I've come a long way. Just because of how bad I wanted things in life. Just because of how I committed myself, not living the typical 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old's life. By playing things dumb. By partying all the time. By doing reckless things. By not saving money. By not doing this. By not doing that. By not investing your money into smarter things. What do you guys think is better? Invest in, let's just give a random number. Let's say invest in like $50 for a coaching session, or invest in $50 into some alcohol for the weekend. What is a better choice here? Because there was many people I've spoken to myself when I was younger to get insight from. It's the power of social media. We can get in contact with people who was really, really, really above in life. And when we get that wisdom, when we surround our minds with people who are just up here, things will get better for yourself as well. When you focus on the positive things will happen in your life. When you focus on the negative things will happen in your life. If I was trying to keep up with all these pipsqueaks that's giving me problems and bringing negativity to my life, I'm going to end up like that little pipsqueak. But guess what? You block, you move on. No explanation. You have goals, you have plans, you have visions, you have a lot of things going for yourself. So you want to take that path, cut these individuals loose, and focus on the better things. And that's what you got to do. I don't care who it is, I don't care what you got to do, but make sure you're making the right decisions. Because a lot of you you're too caught up into somebody you low-key care about. You know they're not good for you. You know they absolutely suck right now. But you're still caught up in them. That's where you're going terribly wrong. Because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to lose this person. You should be scared of not losing them, but losing your damn self by trying to stick with that person. Because it's exactly what you're doing. In fact, you don't even got yourself right now if you're in that position. Because you're so scared to leave that position because you know what's coming. You know you're by yourself now, pal. It's just going to be you. That's why you don't want to do it. But you must make that first move. You must be by yourself. You can't have less than mediocre people like that in your life. Because not only are they mediocre, they're less than mediocre. They're negative. There's mediocre people. There's mediocre people. There's stages and there's levels to life. There's no denying it. These people are literally below mediocre. They will ruin and sabotage your whole life, and you're afraid to lose someone like that. You're in a very bad place. If you don't know instinctually to just cut them off, you're in a very bad place. It's something you must do. You don't want to grow as much as you say you do. If it's not instinctually in your nature to cut something like that off, especially if you're an adult. I could give you an excuse if you're a younger kid. Because you're still not all there in the head yourself if you're a younger kid. I know a lot of younger kids. I see mistakes they make daily. I'm not just going to try to correct every single thing they do. I'm just going to let them be. You got to correct kids to a certain extent. You got to tell them what's what. You don't want to waste an overwhelming amount of time on that though, because there's only so many things they can get with their current reality and state that they're in of being a kid. You know what I'm saying? Once they become an adult, now you got to be harder on them. I truly believe that. Once you become an adult, you got to be hard on people, bro. You got to be hard on people if they're not all there. You got to be hard on yourself. I was hard on myself. I don't know anyone that was harder on themselves than I was on myself. To this day, I'm still and will remain super hard on myself because I have expectations of myself that I will make myself hit. And that's just how it is. That's how you move mountains. You don't move mountains by being soft on yourself. Yeah, let's have a slushie today. Let's have a slushie today and just curl up in a blanket and do this. No. Not dissing slushies or nothing like that, but you guys get what I'm saying here. You can't be doing weak shit all the time. You have to be hard on yourself to a certain extent. You got to be uncomfortable damn near every single day of your life. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. So, you got to toughen up once you become an adult. The moral of the story here. You can't stay below with these below mediocre people, bro. You got to cut them off. I give you guys this advice, this knowledge, this wisdom because I did it. It wasn't even hard for me. No one even told me to do it. I instinctually knew as a younger kid to do this. Instinctually, I knew to do these things. I knew it was the right thing. I didn't have a coach telling me to do these things. I didn't have anybody in my life telling me to do these things. In fact, the opposite. People encouraging you to stay with those people. No. It's either in you or it's not. I truly believe that. I truly believe people can get some help from certain people. But what's in you is really in you. And at the end of the day, you're going to move the mountains you move because of what is in you. You have to bring what is in you almost outside of yourself into the real world. You have to be who you are unapologetically. People ain't going to like it. Not everybody likes the truth that I tell on this channel. It's not going to stop me. It's not. You don't like it, you can leave. That's what you can do. If you don't like it, you can leave. This ain't the place for you. Don't even let it be known. You know how many times I've seen the words, oh, unsubscribing. Oh, unsubscribing as if they hold power. You don't hold shit. Do you think I give a fuck that you are unsubscribing? There's only thousands more coming. And that's gonna stay. You odd one out, you think you matter, you are a fucking clown. Oh my God. Oh, unsubscribing, period. Go the fuck ahead. You clown. No one cares. You think you're so important. Oh, this is like my channel. Unsubscribe. That's the stupidest shit that I see on this channel. And I've seen it many times. From males and from females. And I guarantee you, a lot of the people that even say these things continue to keep tabs on this channel. They might stop commenting, they might feel stupid, they might do this, they might do that. Because something I said that was the truth got them in their feelings, got them emotional, so they went and said what they said. But I guarantee you, maybe not every person that unsubscribes is going to come back. But a lot of them do. And I've actually seen some of these people do that. So it's funny to me. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it with this video. We're here to make the world great again. Forget America. We're here to make the whole world great again. America's an awesome place. I almost wish I lived in America sometimes. I love the heat. It'd be sick to live in Florida, California, Miami. It'd be awesome. Texas. I like where I live now to a certain extent. Winter times are horrendous. Winter times where I come from are brutal. Not a fan. There's about 3 or 4 months out of the year where I come from that I'm not a fan of. I can hack it too for a couple of the months. But I would say in total there's 2 months that I just do not like at all. Because I don't mind the cold for a bit. But it gets too much after a while. Love the summertime here. Beaches everywhere. Beautiful women everywhere in the summer times. It's a good time. But the winter times are not so great. Summer times are awesome. I would even recommend coming for a trip to where I live in the summertime. It's a good time. But yeah, anyways, done with this video. I hope you guys can take something from this video. I hope I taught some of you guys a lesson in this video. And we will be back with the next. Some more truth bombs coming up.